Hello, Martin.
Hello, David.
How are you doing?
I'm just fine. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah? So I want to thank you for doing this for us, because we're doing a 1-hour radio special on you.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Martin.
To begin with, about ideas, there's a story of how Killer Bob of Twin Peaks, played by Frank Silva, was added on the set because of some inspiring events. And then Bob came to play a significant part of the story. Do you often develop the story and characters like this on the set?
All stories come from ideas. And ideas sometimes, most often actually, come in fragments. Unless you're going from a book, in that case, all the ideas are organized for you. Or if you're reading a screenplay, all the ideas are organized for you. But in the case of just getting something so-called original, mostly for me, those ideas come in fragments. And so ideas come and they string themselves together. Some go away, but many stay because they live together. A story starts to form, and pretty soon you have a story. But you have what you'd call enough of a story to get going. And if nothing else came in, you would still feel that you had the story. But you always should be open for new ideas coming in. Something isn't finished until it's finished. And so in the case of Killer Bob, that's a prime example of something that triggered an idea, and then that idea came and sprouted so big that it was a wonder that it never came before. It just seems so part of it. But it doesn't matter when the ideas come. It matters that they come before the thing is finished.
But how do you evaluate them? How do you know that it's an important idea?
You use what they call intuition, which is the friend of anybody, working with ideas or in any medium. And it's a feel. The idea comes and you know the idea. The idea is like a seed. And in the seed, you can sort of see the tree, but you can feel how it fits with the other ideas. And if it's not a one that fits, you discard that for the time being. But instantly, you can see how it could fit, and you become very, very excited. And it's just a feel. It's an emotional and intellectual kind of thing that happens almost right away.
On to Mulholland Drive. There's a fantastic scene, the lead actress casting meeting, the Castiglione brothers versus director Adam Kasher. And now I wonder, have you ever met the Castiglione brothers of real life? And was there an espresso problem?
I've met, all of them. And a lot of people have met them. You know them when you meet them. It's kind of a problem when money is mixed up with creativity. It's always a problem. So it's something that you learn about, and you have to tread a very careful path through these thorny bushes. And the thing that saves you is having final cut. If you have final cut, a creative freedom, then you can work with anybody.
And you've had final cut for many years, I understand.
Yes, I have. If I worked in the studio system, I probably wouldn't have it, because they go by money and not by much else. And my films haven't made so much money, relatively speaking.
About Angelo Badalamenti actually playing the Castiglione brother that has serious problems with his espresso. Is he choosy on espresso brands himself?
No. Angelo will drink almost anything.
Okay. He's not that choosy. How about you?
I'm pretty choosy. I'm not a fanatic. I love espresso, and I have learned a good deal about great Italian espresso from Dino De Laurentiis. But the character that Angelo plays actually comes from Angelo's past. And he has told me stories, and that grew into me writing that scene.
So he experienced something like that?
No, just the nature of the character.
Okay, but that was probably in the music business.
It was connected to it, but not in it.
Talking about Twin Peaks, it holds a lot of spirit-like characters. Have you met any spirits yourself?
They're not actually spirit-like characters. It turns out that the human being is as complicated as the universe. If you know the human being, you know the universe. That opens up many, many possibilities. And there's a lot going on that we don't see. So the mind can just roam about, and these ideas come like fish swimming up to us. And it's surprising. There's no idea that really is too strange. All ideas seem to fit somewhere in the big picture. But you can't willy-nilly put in any idea. They have to fit within this particular story, and they have to feel correct. If it was just any idea, it would be a catastrophe. And so the ideas are gifts, but then you have to go to work and feel, which gifts go in this pile and which ones go in the other pile or a third pile. And you got to go like that. You got to feel it.
About artistry, do you remember ever deciding to become an artist, and what inspired you originally?
I remember the night I decided to become a painter. It was 1960, or I'd say 60, but it might have been 61. It was in the front yard of a house in Alexandria, Virginia, and I met a man named, he was a boy. He was the same age as I was. I was 15 at the time, or 14, and he told me his father was a painter. His name was Toby Keeler. His father's name was Bushnell Keeler, and I almost passed out because I had been from Boise, Idaho, where no adult was painting, and I thought it was impossible to be an adult and be a painter. And that night changed everything, and I decided at that moment that I was going to be a painter.
Then you started out as a painter. You went to school painting and so on. When and why did you start making movies?
It was 1966, or, let's say it could have been early in 67, but I think it was probably in 66. And I was working on a large painting. It was of a garden at night, and a figure was going to be in the painting, but I hadn't painted that yet. And I heard a wind coming from the painting, and I saw the painting move slightly. And that's what started it.
Now, I don't know how much time we've got left. I know we haven't got that much time.
Well, we've got a very short time left. Well,
is that
we
too
have
much?
to do this, Martin?
We can do it step by step.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Martin. This is David.
David? Lynch? Where are you?
I'm on your show, Martin.
But that's crazy. How did you get in?
Ask me.
Okay. How did you get in?
You invited me, Martin.
Thanks.
You got it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think I've recorded all of it.
Okay, good. Gotcha. Well, some of my relatives are Swedish, Martin.
Yeah?
Yep. The Sundholms.
Aha. Well, how far back is that?
Quite a ways back, but I'm not actually sure. But my grandfather's name was Sundholm.
Sundholm, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Sundholm.
So they probably came to America.
They came through Finland.
Oh yeah.
Because
that's a funny way to go.
It's a Swedish name, but they must have gone over to Finland and lived for some time before migrating over.
So once again, thank you very much.
Okay, and Martin, you take care of yourself.
You too. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Martin.
Bye.
Bye.